Sheep Show. We are getting ready to get started. Our judge today is Roger Olson. Roger comes from Story City, where he and his wife Sherry run a weather-tight flock of blackface and purebred Dorsets. He has been involved in the sheep business for over 30 years at the American Royal several times. His wife Sherry teaches in the Animal Science Department at Iowa State University, along with cook. In the ring now is our senior showmanship class.
I'm told I can stay in between these two sets of speakers and not create too much of whine. All right. We brought them out here, worked the kids a little bit, just to see a few things, looking for some things. I brought them along the side over here. When I set them up over here, I wanted to see how they set the lambs, how the lambs set up for them. And then I had them walk down here to set up. And I'm looking to tell the kids, always keep in mind the judge may change his mind. And I wanted to see who was going to turn around and look back at. But I was watching other kids that they set up down here, who was keeping the lambs set up, who was keeping them where they needed to be ready at all times, who didn't crowd the fence in the front when they there when they were unsupervised, how they set up, how they paid attention, how well they worked with the lambs they brought out here today. I picked 3. This is your 3rd place showman in this group out here. Congratulations. This is your 2nd place showman. This is your champion showman. Congratulations.
Handing out our showmanship plaques is the Lusig family, and they are doing it in memory of B.J. Lusig. Entering the ring now will be our intermediate sheep showman. Showmanship class, first place went to Carlos Sebring, second Kyle Coley, and third Molly Hossa.
A little smaller class, you won't walk in near as much. nice set of young showmen out here. We talked with them a little bit, kind of went over a couple of items that they can kind of adjust on it. Hope that they go a little nicer. Really makes the showman down here on the end, nice and calm and collect and get some things done. We've all got room for improvement. I know she's got the buckle on the side on the side over here. My nephew's the same way. You find out that lambs, the big buckles look nice, but the lambs don't like them on their ears and their heads, and then they get to moving. So keep that in mind. If you have one and your lamb's not standing for you, you might want to do like the young lady on the end here did for the same exact reason. So congratulations, this group. This is your champion showman in this group, and right in order. Congratulations. Congratulations.
In our intermediate sheep showmanship class, first place went to Mackenzie Roll, second, Cora Fetters, and third, Georgia Vandenberg. Entering the ring now is our junior sheep showman class.
First off, give this good group, young group here a good round of applause. I think they've done a really good job. You got a lot of differences out here. You got some kids that are giving some try. You want them all to have some try in them. Went through and kind of told them a couple of small things. The young man here, he's your third place showman because he promised me ice cream when we get done. So come on out here, young man. The young lady who's in second from the end, come on out. This is your second place showman. And the young lady on the far side did a real nice job. She's your champion showman for this particular group here today. Congratulations to all 5 of them out here. In case you're wondering, I had these little bag of goodies you've seen. They're just little questions. I can ask questions, but I can still watch the kids. I'm not just focused on one person when they're doing stuff. The young group here, they had a Solmet tablet and a tag, and the other group, they had a cedar and some bands and some ear tags and some needles and just some small things they normally see in the barn. Some easy answers for them, and it gives me the chance to kind of keep a track of all the kids out here so we can kind of keep the show on the move. So congratulations.
While we are getting started in our Commercial U class, we want to thank Roger for coming and judging our show for us. He is from Story City. Him and his wife Sherry run a weather-type flock, a Blackface and purebred Dorsets. And he has been involved in the sheep business for over 30 years, and he has assisted at many, many shows at the county district and state levels in 6 years and in 6 states over the years. I work with him at the state fair. We have a lot of fun together. Once again, let's welcome Roger to the Sioux County Fair with a round of applause. Okay. .4-Hers that are alongside the show ring, we have some nice little brushes that Farm Credit Services of America are handing out to those who could use it. So if you would like to have one of these fancy little brushes, you may come up to the table, and remember to thank Farm Credit Services of America for this sponsorship.
Really nice class of white-faced ewes to start your breeding show here today. The ewe lamb that starts the class, I really like. She's really extended up through her front end. She's got some nice touches about her. She's got a nice blend from her handle as you handle her down from the top. And I like her trimness that she brings to this particular class. The young lady in second place, a really big-bodied kind of a female. You like her overall substance about her. She starts to get a little deep in her chest as she gets on the move. She starts to carry a little bit more finish about her top as you handle her down through her lower one-third. The young man in third place here, a nice trim, a maid female. She's really set to go in the pasture. She just doesn't have the show ring appearance today with the overall depth and expression down through her hip as any further as the ones above her, but still a good class all the way through. Congratulations.
In our white-face commercial ewe class, first and champion went to Baylor Van Regenborder. Second and reserve champion went to Ava Ullman. Charlie Rokusek received a blue.
little cantankerous kind of ewe lamb to start the class with, but you like her when she comes in. You know, she's got some shag on her when you see that, but she's got some natural foot size. She walks with some width of base. Her chest floors up, and she's got some volume up through her top as she handles her. A really nice, broody female to start the class with. The young lady here was in second place, a little darker kind of ewe lamb. A ewe lamb is a little tighter through her make as she's viewed from the rear. She still has some width about her base. Maybe drop her flank bound but a little bit, but I think when you get 20 pounds on her, she'd be still very competitive. The young man here is in third place here, a nice, attractive, good Gordon kind of a female. She gets in the move. She gets a little breasty when she gets in the move, and then when she gets walking, she narrows up her hind wheels, and she gets her hip underneath her. She carries that. Just kind of bounce her up, free her up a little bit more in movement to work any higher, but still a good ewe lamb all the way through. Congratulations.
In her first class of commercial ewe black faces, first place went to Kendra Skipper, second, Elise Zwart, receiving a blue, Bryce Fetters. We will now be bringing in our second class of commercial blackface ewes.
a really nice, adequate ewe lamb to start the class with. You look at her, she comes in, you see her top, and she walks along. She's fairly free and fluid in her motion. You love her width through her front end, and the cleanliness that she shows down through her front end. We get the width that she has, the way the blade sits in the movement, and she travels out. She's very fluid, and she starts this class very easily here today. The young lady, a nice big growthy ewe lamb. You like her size, you like her growth. She gets in moves, she gets a little choppy. She's not quite as sound and not quite as fluid as you like to see her. She gets a little heavier through her blade once it's set a little too far forward here today to compete any higher, but still a very nice, attractive female. The young lady is in third, a big, stout, really a good doing kind of a female. You like her stoutness about her. She just needs to be trimmed up a little bit here today to work any higher, but really a very attractive class all the way through. Congratulations. getting a little more age, a little more maturity about him, a few more things stand out. We start with a ewe lamb that's probably the most fault-free in the class. She's not the longest sided, but she's a ewe lamb that really travels the smoothest. She's balances up her top. She's a flatter out through the top of her loin edge. You really like the way that shoulder blade lays in nice, and she just works her way up here. The young man in second, really love her handle, her touch, her look. She gets in the move. She gets a little out in her blade a little bit. She wants to bring them hind wheels under just a little bit more. She needs to free herself up and travel a little bit smoother to work her way up, but she's a very attractive female. The young lady, smaller ewe lamb in the class, but really nice and balanced. You like the way she ties it together. She gets a little wider up to the top of her blade, and she gets a little narrow down to the lower part of her leg, for rear leg, as she gets moving around. But a really nice, attractive female. The young man in fourth, really nice, big-bodied kind of ewe lamb. You really like about her. She could be a little, maybe she gets a little flatter through her blade, designed to set her today. She gets a little more off in her front as she gets in a move, but still a very good class all the way through. Congratulations.
In our third class of commercial ewe blackface sheep, first place went to Brody Hoyer. Second, Kyle Coy. Receiving blues, Kinley Cameraman and Brody Hoyer. We will now be bringing in our first and second place winners of the three classes to choose the champion commercial blackface ewe.
really nice set of ewe lambs we brought back out in here. The young lady came with a little darker booted kind of female that we had in that lightweight class. You like her look about her. She has that silhouette look. She's round in the ribs. She's big in her top. Comes off really nice off the top of her hip. You like her look, and she moves out fairly well. The young lady in the middleweight class here, on the hampier, little lighter wooled kind of a sheep. You like the way she gets and moves. She's really cat-like when she steps out. She's really sound and really confident on the move. When she gets moving, she comes at you. She's got some width. She's got a good handle about her down through her top, and she really meets your hand a lot better than as you look at her walking through here. The young man is down here, and the big ewe lamb down here, big, solid, coming female. She's a little flatter through that blade, but you really like the power she has and how she's holding together for her overall weight that she's bringing here today. She's big in her hip, and it carries down really, really nice down through that lower 1/3. They're very complimentary on our reserves in this group. The young lady in the black, really nice made kind of a female. She's really trim. She's still got a few more days about her, but she really bounces front to back. You like her handle down through her top. The young lady that's in the second group there, a really nice powerful kind of a female. She's really big in her top, really flat off her loin edge. And the young man in the big ewe, she's holding together really, really well for her size, and she's really lean about her overall make, and she's got a lot of power about her. I'll go out and pick your champion reserve. This is to be your champion here today. Congratulations. This is reserve. Congratulations to all of you.
Our champion commercial blackface ewe was exhibited by Mackenzie Rule with their Class 2 commercial ewe lamb. Our reserve champion was exhibited by Kendra Skipper with her Class 1 commercial ewe lamb. Entering the ring now is the start of our purebred ewes. We will start with Dorset.
So this is our purebred Dorset class. Two different types out here. We're going to go with the ewe lamb that's probably not carrying quite as much finish here today. I like the way she bounces up. She's got some smoothness about her. She's got a nice handle down through her top, and she really travels out really, really nice, and she starts the class for those couple reasons. The young lady here certainly like the growth that she brings about her. She gets a little choppy when she gets in the move, and she got some finish to kind of lean her up, but you really love her overall balance, her structure, her handle, and structure that she has. Congratulations all the way through on these two wonderful females out here today.
In our Dorset class, first place and champion of Dorset went to Baylor Van Riggenmorter. Second and reserve went to Ava Ullman. Entering the ring now, we have a single entry for Hampshire purebred ewes.
Got a January Hampshire ewe lamb here. You really like the power she brings. She's got some good weight per day of age on her. She's got some good growth about her. She's still maintaining a lot of femininity, a lot of attractiveness about her. You like how clean she's staying in that lower 1/3. Her blade sets well. She moves well. A very nice female that can certainly stand a lot more competition here today. Congratulations. Certainly two real nice, put together kind of females. We're going to go to the sheep that shows a little bit more breed character about her front and her face and overall design. I like the way she's a little more up through her chest for. She's a little more youthful about her. She travels a little smoother, a little more balanced. I like the way she pulls that neck out a little higher out of the top of her blade than her second place ewe lamb. Our second place, nice, big, solid kind of a female. You like the power she brings, the overall substance. She gets in the move. She wants to drop her front just a little bit and bring her neck down just a little bit, but get a little more free, a little more confident in her overall movement, and maybe she can work a little higher here today. But it's really a nice set of shops. So we have the Dorsets represented down here. You know, we've talked about them. A nice, clean-made, youthful kind of a female. You like some attractiveness about her. Maybe just make her a little bit more, a little bit bigger through her hip as she carries out through her dog. But really nice, balanced, easy-flowing kind of female. The hemp sheep come out here. She's a big, powerful kind of a female. She has some natural width about her. She really likes the way when she comes at you, she stands out, and she has some width through the front end. The cannon bone kind of falls off the edge of the blade. Really, really nice. And she gets in the move. And you like the way she finishes out her overall top design out through the top center part of the dog. The Shropshire down there, a really nice, attractive female. You like her balance, her overall frame, her length of neck, and her cleanliness, and the roundness about her lower part of her 1/3 rib. It's really a nice set to work with. Your Hamp will be your champion here today. And the Shropshire will be reserved. Congratulations.
Exhibiting our champion purebred ewe was Megan Deckers. Our reserve, Allison Mueller.
So we have a number variety of ewe lambs that are out here, different breeds, different structures, different sizes, different looks and breeds. We have some wants and dislikes about each of these particular sheep. you're certainly looking for a sheep that's got some bone about them, some natural ability, some attractiveness, something as you linger on them, you look at them, you become more and more better pieces that you like, and less things you like to throw away, and you look at things that you, as a breeder, things that you like to bring in, and things that you like to use, and things that you find attractive, unique to make, that are harder to make than some others, and you look at those particular sheep that bring those qualities here today. These will be your champion reserve in the middle. Congratulations.
Exhibiting our breeding overall champion was Mackenzie Rule. She will be invited to the Blue Chip Showdown. And our second place, our reserve overall, was Kendra Skipper. Entering the ring now will be our commercial yearling, Ewe Blackface.
We had one yearling ewe the young lady brought out here, really nice, big, solid, kind of a female. I know she's lambed early. She lambed in May there. She's coming back on, and she's gaining back in. She's ready to go back and breeding. Really, it's when you lamb those ewe lambs, you want to bring them back on. They can get milked down, and then you always hope that you get them back in shape so they can breed again, or however you want to handle them that. But she's done a nice job. Congratulations. She's your winner here today in this particular class. Give her a round of applause.
Kayla, can you go ahead and tell me the name of your lamb?
Maxwell,
And what was your favorite part of working with Maxwell this year?
getting to work with him and play with him.
What does he do or how do you play with him?
Just walk and run him around.
All right, what is your name? Dana. What is the name of your lamb?
Dixie,
And what is your favorite part of working with Dixie?
getting to learn more about sheep.
Can you tell me one thing you learned?
They don't like walking on halters.
They don't like walking in halters. Very good. All right, what's your name, dear?
Bryn,
Bryn, what's your sheep's name?
Barley,
Barley? And what is Barley? What is your favorite part of working with Barley?
getting to walk him around.
Does he like the halter more than your sister?
Kind of.
All right. What is your name?
Charlie,
What is the name of your lamb?
Wendy.
And what is your favorite part of working with Wendy?
I like bathing her.
Bathing her. Very good. All right.
So I've got them placed, but I'm only going to give you first and second. But I want to know who is here to cheer on this young lady right here. Who's here to cheer her on? Okay. Do we have any participation for this little shorter gal out here? Okay. This young lady, who's out here cheering for her? Okay. And our speckled-faced showman down here. All right. Well, this young lady here is your first placer today, and this is your second placer here today. Congratulations to all of you.
So at the beginning, the first Saturday of every May, we weigh in our market lambs. So we have a champion rate of gain and a reserve champion rate of gain. For those of you who don't know, those are the lambs that put on the most weight since May 6th, the day that we weighed in. So our reserve champion rate of gain is with a 0.71 rate of gain is Kinley Cameraman, and our champion rate of gain is Charlie Rakusik. The next award that we want to hand out is our Advanced Feeder Lamb Project Awards. We had 5 participants this year. What they do is they pick out 3 lambs. They go out and they buy 3 lambs, and then their goal is to get them as big as possible, kind of similar to our rate of gain. The only difference is that as superintendents, we come in and we look at their projects throughout the course of May 6th to now. So we visited them a few times, kind of got to know their project, what they do to take care of them, so on and so forth. So we do that portion of the judging, but the biggest part and probably the hardest part, all these guys would say, is keeping track of all their records. So they keep track of records of what the markets do, what they had to pay for feed, what they had to pay for shots, so on and so forth. So with that being said, the last portion of this project is today. We had a judge come through and ask them questions about their project, and then he gave them a live placement. So that was the final 30 points of the project. So without further ado, I will go ahead and say what the places were from 5th to 1st. So in 5th was Jenna Skolton with 100 and, I don't have it written down, I did, 107 points. In 4th was Jenna Skolton with 108 points. And in 3rd was Lane Skolton with 110 points. Angel Heisman got 116 points. And then your winner is Cody Hansen with 117 points. So go ahead and put your hands together for them.
We're taking just a quick break for those kids that were out in the ring to go get their lambs. Our next class that will be entering the ring will be our market speckle face lambs.
something we can change about this whole group of lambs that we bring out here. We like the big lamb. We'd like to change him through his front end. His blade gets a little farther forward. We don't get quite as a nice travel about him. But you get on top, he's a big sheep. He's got a nice tannel to him. He wedges back. He's got some width in his chest for it. He naturally has to start this class with. The two in the middle here, second and third, we got some differences about them. I like to see this second place, maybe a little more extended, more kind. But you really appreciate the overall muscling ability about this lamb, front to back, big top, big rack. Leg carries down really, really well. The young ladies in third get that leg to carry down a little deeper, make a little more power up to the center part of the loin edge. You work your way a little higher. If you get down here, we get some lambs that a little top line's a little bit off. They need more grain about them. They're not the showy type, but yet they're going to be a good handling type. You got some product about them. Congratulations all the way through.
In our speckled face market lamb class, first place went to Elsie Swart, second, Kinley Cameraman. Receiving blues, Cheyenne Zutenhorst, Charlie Rukusek, and Charlie Rukuset. So now we will be going into our market white face.
Little Dorset lamb here, you really like to maybe pick her up a little bit more, but she's got some pounds and some days to go. But you like her when she comes in. She's really neat about her ribs. She's good in her very lines. She's smooth up through that blade. You like the way that blade lays down the top, and then she really meets your hand down through the top. She's big all the way through. Widen her pins out, but we know how that works with these Dorsets a little bit. But she really carries down. She's got a lot of substance, a lot of bounce through her out. She easily starts this class, and she could stand a lot deeper class and still win it, I think, today. Congratulations.
In our white face market lamb class, Kinley Cameraman was our champion white face. Entering the ring now will be our first class of our black face market lambs.
a very nice set of black-faced lambs to start your market lamb show. We start the lamb with a white lamb down here. You know, really like the curvature in the lower third when he comes in. He rounds up. You get him as he comes at you. He's got some width through the chest for you. He shows some balance and some substance. Maybe clean that headlight just a little bit, but you like the way he wedges back and he fills up through the center part of his dog. A big hip lamb. A really attractive sheep here, this black lamb. He gets in a move. He wants to drop that chest for just a little bit, but you love the way he wedges down his top. Love the way he comes out over the top. Just maybe open him up just a little bit more up through the center part of his rib cage design. The young lady here's in third, a very nice handling, very fresh kind of lamb. Just doesn't have the power to the lambs above him to place any higher, but still a very good lamb down here in third. Congratulations.
In our first class, a black face, first place went to Cora Fetters, second, Kinley Cameraman, and receiving a blue, Georgia Vandenberg. Entering the ring now will be our second class, which in your program, Kendra Skipper, Elise Zwart, and Molly Hulseth will be in the second class. Our third class, there's been some changes. Our third class will be Ava, Carly, Kyle, and Brody. Our fourth class is going to be Carly and Nash.
Two really nicely stout made kind of lambs were brought out here in this middleweight division here. They're both very big top, the big design. We're going to start with the ewe lamb down here. She's up to her chest floor just a little bit more. Her blade sets just a little neater. She gets out and moves. Her chest floor stays up and moves just a little bit better. She's got a lot of volume and dimension. But the weather, you really love his overall hip design, his freshness down through his top. I love the way he handles, and that rack just explodes out through here. We just need to pick his chest floor up just a little bit more to make him compete with her, but really a nice lamb here as well. Just keep him coming.
In our second class of black face market lambs, first place went to Molly Hulseth, and second, Elise Zwart. Entering the ring now will be our third class.
Really nice set of lambs in this upper 20s, lower 30 range that we brought out here today. The weather we start with, very attractive, really neat through his roundness of his front part of his rib cage design. You like the way he meets his hands. I think he ties together just a little bit better right in that blades that he comes out. He's got a nice touch. He holds together. You get your hands on. This guy here, just a little bit more up top. a little softer, but very, very close. These two are very excellent set of lambs here to work with. You really like his overall length and his design. Just maybe a little fresher to that touch, but really a nice lamb here. The young man here with this lamb here in third place, you like the overall power and the structure about it. I don't think she quite has that class look, but she has a lot of power to her. Maybe length in the neck and her front end as she gets in a move, but really a nice, very attractive kind of a female to work with. Young lady here, like the power, like the overall touch and freshness. She just gives up some pin shape back here today to work any higher.
In our third class of black-faced market lambs, first place went to Carly Seabrandt, second Kyle Coy. Receiving blues, Ava Ullman and Brody Hoyer. We are now having our last class of market individuals coming into the show ring.
very nice weather to start this heavy weight to drive that we work with. You know, we have a lamb that certainly shows some extension about him, and he's got some up to him. Maybe straighten that front cannon as they look at him from the front view sometimes. But you get a lamb that's got this much extension to get on top. He's this fresh with this much power. He wedges back. You love his dimension that he handles, the freshness he handles at this particular weight. You start your class. Young man, it's in second place here. Another big lamb. A lamb that certainly still has some time to go yet. Very, very fresh. He just needs to be opened up and pulled apart just a little bit more to compete, but certainly a lamb that's at this particular weight is holding together very well. The young man is in third place here, a nice big solid kind of a sheep that certainly is getting close to his time, but really a lamb that's holding together very well. He's got a lot of product about him, a lot of dimension about him. Certainly is going to hang up very well on the rail here today. A lamb that certainly has a lot of quality, even though he's down here in third place here today, but a good set of lambs in the big weights.
In our fourth class of market individuals, first place went to Carly Seabrandt, second, Nash Verlick. We will now be bringing in our first and second class winners of the Blackface Market Lambs and choosing our champion and reserve champion Market Blackface Lamb.
Really nice set of lambs are brought out here. A group here, first and second row, are fairly fresh kind of lambs. Lambs that have some eye appeal about them. They have some extension about them. They have a nice wedge to the top, or they have freshness of handle. We're looking for sheep that certainly have adequate length of body. We want to have a unique rib design in them that makes them still look attractive and youthful yet in their design, but yet very productive in their handle as you handle them down through the top. And they certainly have a wedge from front to back. Some sheep that certainly look like they have a lot of product that meets the eye of a judge in the ring and very attractive, looking for us on the side to look at, and especially though as we look further down the line, as we get their hides off and get them hanging someplace, that they're still going to be very attractive and productive looking animals. They're still going to yield grade well and still cut well. That's what we're kind of all about all the way through. I think that there's several sheep out here meet that overall design. I won't further you any more ado. Your champion reserve are coming out of the third class. Congratulations.
Exhibiting our champion market blackface was Carly Seabrant and our reserve Kyle Coy with their Class 3 winners. We will now be bringing in our speckled-faced market lamb champion in reserve and our white-faced champion, and choosing our overall champion market lamb.
Thanks for having me here today, and thanks for bringing nice weather along. It's always nice to have a 2 o'clock in the afternoon show where you kind of look like, I got a lot of chill. People joke about me a long sleeve shirt, but it kind of feels kind of good out here today. So thanks for being a good crowd out here. Give these kids a good round of applause for being out here today. You know, you got a nice set of lambs here. We got different breed characters and different types. You know, we have the Dorset lamb. You know, she's a little moderate about her overall design, but she's got a lot of product, a lot of positives about this particular sheep as you look at her. And we get into the speckles. You know, we got the bigger lamb here. You know, for a spec, he's carrying some weight, but yet he's holding together. He's staying fresh. You like the overall look about him. And the lamb is in second place down in through there in that division. You know, it's a smaller male lamb, but there's a lot of product and power about it. You know, it's just put together, just like some change about them. We get down to the blacks down here. You know, we got two big, powerful kind of lambs that match up really well. They got some size about them. They got some length. They complement each other. You like their handles about them overall. They are your champion reserves here today. Congratulations.
Our overall champion market lamb was exhibited by Carly Sebring and our reserve Kyle Coy. They will be invited to participate in the Blue Chip event that will be held later on in this year. Thank you all for coming to our 2023 Sheep Show that is sponsored by Biker Show Lambs. We appreciate all of you that have been here, and we appreciate our ring help and our superintendents.